We are going to talk more about period of a trigonometric function. So we already discussed this in the last section, but if you are still confused, I wanted to go over it a little bit more. So the period is the length it takes to complete one cycle or one rotation of sine or cosine, for example. And the b value is what tells you that. So I am going to let's say we're looking at y equals sine bx. So to find the period, you would do 2 pi over b. And then b means, b tells you how many cycles it completes in 2 pi. And this is also the exact same for cosine bx. So we're going to go ahead and look at a few examples. So first one, y equals sine 2x. So what we should gather is we should easily be able to find the period. So the period is 2 pi over 2, which equals pi. And then because it's 2, it completes 2 cycles in 2 pi. Okay, so if we were to quickly graph that, let's say we have pi over 2, pi, 3 pi over 2, and 2 pi. So our parent function would look, and let's say that's 1, negative 1. Our parent function would look something like this. Okay, but now that we've altered the period, it's going to look a little bit different. So it'll look something like this. So we can see that it completes 2 cycles in 2 pi. So it goes twice as fast. All right, let's try another one. Let's say we have y equals cosine 1/2 x. Okay, so the period is going to be 2 pi divided by 1/2, which is like saying 2 pi times 2 over 1, which equals 4 pi. And this means that it completes, because of the 1/2, it completes 1/2 of a cycle in 2 pi. All right, so if we were to graph this one, okay, so for cosine, we know that the parent function, and again, we'll say this is 1 and negative 1, looks something like this. Okay, but this function will look something like this. Great, so we can see that when it gets to 2 pi, it's only completed half the cycle, and that's why it's cosine half x. And just like this one, when it gets to 2 pi, it's completed 2 cycles. So that is everything you need to know about period.